Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome to Converse. It's in the afternoon to most of you, in the morning to some of you, yeah, welcome to this session. We're in session 162, anynode SBC and phone system direct routing, with speaker Edwin Oyakhilome. Over to you, Edwin, and good luck.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Online Converse 2020. I'm extremely excited to be presenting this session on behalf of my company, TE Systems. Today, I will be highlighting our flagship Microsoft certified session border controller, anynode, in conjunction with Microsoft Teams direct routing. After a brief introduction of myself and TE Systems, I will discuss Microsoft Teams specific features of our anynode SBC. If you have any questions during this presentation, please, you can post them in the chat window and we'll answer them at the Q&A session or during the breakout session. Like Randy said, my name is Edwin Oyakhilome. TE Systems Business Development in North America, LATAM, EMEA, and Asia Pacific region. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, master's degree in business administration, and a master's degree in criminal justice and administration. So combined with over 15 plus years of experience in telecommunication and business development, I just love the technology, and TE Systems is giving me the opportunity to be able to extend my knowledge and experience within the industry. The main focus of TE Systems since its inception has been to develop software for communications. No hardware, no plans for hardware now and or in the future. We are strictly software-based organization. TE Systems is headquarters in the city of Wolfsburg, Germany, the city of Volkswagen, and we also have a sales office in Hamburg, Germany. We have an international headquarter branch office in Boston, Massachusetts. Due to the accelerated growth, there are also plans to open additional offices in our partner regions. We currently have approximately 50 or more certified anynode partners across the region and over 150 partners in our European market. I'm currently based out of Tampa Bay, Florida, which is the Sunshine State. What is a session border controller? To put it simple, a session border controller, or SBC, is intended to control all signaling and media streams at the border of your network infrastructure. Our anynode SBC effectively handles multiple tasks in this area. It ensures interoperability between SIP systems that would, for various reasons, not be able to communicate with each other. There might be different interpretation or implementations of the various SIP RFC specification. As the diagram shows, or there might be IP versions like IP version 4 on one side and IP version 6 on the other side. Sometimes it's just a simple mismatch on how various components in the complete voice over IP infrastructure handle SIP addresses. As a back-to-back user agent, an SBC would never forward information that it does not understand, or the information may be irregular. but you can configure how much information enters or leaves your voice over IP network. This feature is an important security aspect. For instance, if an external attacker gets to know too much about your internal architecture or components, they can use that to target specific hardware to compromise your network infrastructure. On the media layer, the SBC makes sure that the desired media data can traverse your network boundaries without being impaired by firewall and NAT implementation types. In the case of incompatible codecs, anynode SBC can transcode between various formats to make media interoperability possible. There are various other ways in which an SBC is used to facilitate multiple aspects of voice over IP communications, but that will be a topic for another day, as I'm limited to time constraints at this moment. For this presentation, I will focus more on the media layer in the context of Microsoft Teams direct routing. Let's start with a short overview of anynode's role in the Microsoft Teams ecosystem. To get a PSTN dial tone in Microsoft Teams, you have two options. One option is the calling plans. These are licenses you buy from Microsoft. You get phone numbers that you can assign to users. This is very easy to use. The calling plan license is not available in many countries and are typically more expensive and less flexible. The other option is the direct routing. Direct routing would give you the capability of bringing your phone numbers and SIP trunks to Microsoft Teams. You are also able to connect your local PBX and voice applications. For this connection, you need a certified session border controller, like our flagship anynode SBC. When it comes to direct routing, we believe that there are three different business types of groups. The first group are customers with an existing PBX who wants to migrate to Teams step by step. For example, let's start with a sales department. In this case, anynode will connect to an internal SIP trunk of the existing PBX. And these customers usually have Skype for Business experience and plans to gradually move to Microsoft Teams. The second group are small customers who want to replace their existing PBX with Microsoft Teams. This is just straightforward replacement with no major project plan. In most cases, they usually choose a new SIP provider or ask for local provider recommendations in their country or region. The third group are the types of new compared to Skype for Business. These are phone providers or cloud companies who offer Microsoft 365 services or cloud-based PBX offerings. Their target customers are different. Some of them target customers with just a few seats. Others provide a full service, including licenses, headsets, as well as enterprise voice, thereby taking advantage of Teams multi-tenancy offerings. This scenario is usually or often hosted in Microsoft Azure. So in summary, direct routing allows businesses to leverage existing contracts with service providers. It also offers interoperability with third-party systems. It is an option for where calling plans are not available and can also be combined with calling plans. Looking at the Microsoft Teams business module, we have the single tenancy and the multi-tenancy. To get a better overview of the options you have in direct routing, first we need to talk about the different business models. The classic one is the single tenancy model. In this model, each customer will get his own session body controller to connect a PSTN trunk or its local PBX to Microsoft Teams. This model is the most flexible option in a direct routing configuration. The customer can choose between different deployment options. For example, the customer can choose to deploy in their own data center or Microsoft Azure or Amazon AWS. These are different deployment options that the customers can take advantage of. And with anynode SBC, deployment is extremely easy in any of these environments. Once a single tenant is deployed in any of the environments, the customer or partner receive their personal licenses based on concurrent calls. Anynode charges by concurrent sessions. This option usually replaces the legacy PSTN connections. The configuration is very flexible, and when it comes to specific routing options or the connection of third-party devices, such as analog fax terminals, door phones, or voice application, every customer can have their preferred PSTN provider. But from the system integrator's perspective, there are limitations to scalability. You have to back up, you have to monitor, and you have to maintain each instance in a single tenant. On the other hand, with the multi-tenancy model, you can approach it in a different way. Typically, when you're in a service business, you deploy an SBC in your network. This deployment can be on premises or in the cloud. One SBC supports multiple customers. The configuration in this instance is more or less a one-fits-all setting. The license can be shared between various customers. And this model is designed for carriers to onboard new tenants fast and easy. One or a few tenants instances are easy to handle, deploy, and manage. With Microsoft Teams multi-tenancy and high availability, anynode provides a very convenient option for a redundant system. Take, for example, for redundant installation, you would receive a second anynode license with the same identical functionality as the main license. And this can be operated in an active-active or active-passive environment, depending on what you want to deploy. The total number of usable SIP-to-SIP sessions from the main license must not be exceeded with the use of the redundant installation. So for example, if SBC1 is provisioned for 400 licenses and the failover SBC would not exceed 400 concurrent sessions. So SBC1 acts as the main license, while SBC2 is a high availability in an active passive environment. SBC2 will act as the failover if SBC1 is unavailable, but the total number of license sessions cannot be exceeded. When talking about multiple deployments, automation is extremely critical. It makes life easy if we can automate. So with our embedded REST API and PowerShell scripts, any node configuration can be created, controlled, and edited in detail, either automatically or remotely. The REST API or PowerShell feature is excellent for carriers and operators of managed service platforms that really often have to deal with many recurring configuration steps. It takes the configuration stress away and allows an effective and efficient deployment for new tenants. When you see the Microsoft administration option, you need to use PowerShell to create different policies. You can configure most of the items in the Teams Admin Center. In today's technological evolution, it is easier to automate using PowerShell to assign a phone number for direct routing to the user. This assignment is not possible in the TAC. So to help with the PowerShell options, we have a couple of sample scripts available for our customers and partners upon request. The PowerShell scripts are available after the installation of anynode, and you can find detailed information on these scripts in our tech notes. Local media optimization. This is a new feature in our anynode SBC with direct routing. It enables us to keep the media local to the network. Local media optimization is an option for companies with multiple office locations across the globe that wants to enjoy voice transmissions with optimized delay to avoid toll charges and security concerns. Anynode local media optimization lets you manage voice quality by controlling how media traffic flows between Teams clients and the customer SBC. It also helps to keep media local within the boundaries of corporate network subnets. Security is extremely important. Anynode would also allow media streams between Teams clients and the SBCs, even if the SBCs are behind corporate firewalls with private IPs and not visible to Microsoft directly. Some of the benefits of local media optimizations. It allows optimal use of local providers. It guarantees quality assurance of the call. And let's not forget cost savings and effortless configuration with anynode wizard. So with local media optimization, Microsoft Teams and anynode enables optimal RTP media flow for in-house hosted SBCs with local connection to providers or PBX around the world. So local media optimization, in summary, is recommended if you want to keep media local within the boundaries of your internet. The picture shows the emergency 911 call. This is a dynamic emergency calling for Microsoft Teams direct routing and anynode. This is a very important and critical in an emergency situation to have the calls to be properly routed to the exact public safety answering point. Dynamic emergency calling provides the ability to configure and route emergency calls based on the known location of the user or Teams clients. This service is available for Microsoft Teams, both with calling plans as well as direct routing deployments. With E911, call routing service is included in the user calling plan. Direct routing can also leverage emergency location identification number, also known as ELIN, gateways. So the ability to automatically route the call to the appropriate public safety answering point, PSAP, or to notify security desk personnel varies depending on the country or user or usage of the Teams user. At this current time, only the users in the United States of America can leverage dynamic location for routing emergency calls. In the US, if a client that has a tenant-defined dynamic emergency location that includes geocodes, the call will automatically be routed to the appropriate PSAP. If the client is not located in a tenant-defined dynamic emergency location, the call will be sent to the National Call Center or to a screening center. This situation would allow the caller to talk to the National Call Center to determine the caller's location, and then the call will be routed to the PSAP based on that dialogue. If an emergency caller is unable to update their emergency location to the screening center, the call in this situation will be transferred to the PSAP serving the caller's registered address. As you can see from the diagram, E911 emergency call needs to be handled with the highest priority. That being said, other countries handle E911 calls differently. For example, in countries like Canada, Ireland, and the United Kingdom, emergency calls are first screened to determine the current location of the user before connecting the call to the appropriate dispatch center. In countries like France, Germany, and Spain, emergency calls are routed directly to the public safety answering point, PSAP, that's serving the emergency address associated with the number regardless of the location of the customer or of the caller. So now, with that being said, what role does anynode SBC play in E911? The role of the anynode SBC in an E911 call is that anynode will prioritize the call. In the case of that emergency, the SBC has no session left. It would automatically disconnect and allow the prioritized 911 call to connect to the appropriate emergency service or department. Anynode will transfer the location address or the geocodes to the public safety answering point in case you are in a known network. Anynode will then mark the call as a priority call to use a specific routing path to the destination point and complete the call. TE system has been in existence for 30 years. And as a software, anynode will speak SIP with any device that speaks SIP. Anynode is compatible with SIP registers, any analog devices, SIP phones, legacy PBXs, and gateways. It is very simple. If the device speaks SIP, anynode will connect with that device. Anynode can be integrated into any communication environment, even in a cloud-based voice over IP architecture with Microsoft Teams direct routing. Anynode is extremely useful for companies that want to stick with their existing device portfolio. Companies that have devices such as analog telephony and fax devices, simple SIP phones, DECT cordless telephone devices, SIP intercom devices, just to name a few, and many more legacy SIP devices. So let's take, for instance, when a user makes a call from an analog devices, as this picture depicts, the signal and media flow is transmitted to anynode via the analog telephony adapter, the ATA adapter. The SIP register allows multiple telephony devices to be registered at the same time, and the calls can be routed using simple routing logic within anynode. The devices can be combined with user-related manipulation options for phone numbers and complex topologies. So some of the benefits of anynode as a SIP registrar are anynode can provision for registration of multiple telephony devices. Anynode allows integration of analog devices such as SIP devices, third-party PBXs, and gateways. And it also manages user-related manipulations options for phone numbers in complex topologies. We do have our anynode product partner. How do you become an anynode product partner? What is our partner program? What does it look like? What are the benefits of a product partner? Becoming a member of our anynode partnership programs enables you to leverage our powerful and feature-rich anynode solution. Partnership with TE Systems provides you with everything needed to increase your sales and profit with a very generous discount. The question is, who can become an anynode partner? A partner that is looking for accelerated growth within the unified communication industry. TE System and anynode, we're looking for focused partners who want to benefit from using The features offered in anynode to stabilize their own unified communications and businesses that want to provide the perfect solution for their client's environment, at the same time enjoying the benefits of being a product partner. How do you become an anynode product partner? If you are a technology leader, a software vendor, IT service provider, and consultants that want a stable cutting-edge technology that will set your company apart in the marketplace, the solution here is our Microsoft certified SBC technology, anynode. Our requirements are not out of the ordinary, and we have a minimum requirement to become an official anynode product partner. We expect one of your staff member to be trained and certified in anynode. Upon completion of the training, the partner is expected and will be able to provide first level technical support to their clients and end users. And due to that partnership relationship, we want our partners to be active partners so we can work together. The Online Training Academy offers interactive training, provides the effective tools to support and provide solutions to their customers, and also our generous partner discount. As I mentioned before, our partners are able to increase their profit margin, market penetration, and accelerated growth, combined with the added comfort of free second level technical support. So as you can see, teamwork is our buzzword for bringing TE system and partners together to achieve a common goal. After completing the anynode basic training, your company and your staff will become a certified anynode product partner. This will give you the following benefits: 35% discount on anynode MSRP pricing, unlimited second level technical support, joint marketing activities via our toolkit and social media platforms. We believe in working together with our partners. We provide proof of concept licenses so you can demonstrate our product at your customers or end users' environments. As a product partner, you can have an influence on anynode product development roadmap. As a product partner, you will be able to enjoy dedicated regional account managers that's always there for you whenever you need them. We offer exclusive product-related workshops that guides you on the effective use of anynode in our training class. It's specially designed for IT professionals, administrators, resellers, or system vendors who want to take full advantage of the potential of our software session border controller. For example, our anynode basic online training program consists of 3 interactive online training days. This training would get you certified and proficient, and it gives you the ability to provide first level technical support of our anynode software SBC. Each student will have access to their own virtual machine in the class to reproduce all the training steps. It's an interactive class. Students will receive hands-on training in a lab environment. The training is designed even for people with little or no experience in the installation, configuration, and day-to-day administration of anynode. We make sure that when the student leaves the class and becomes certified, they are competent and confident enough to provide first level support. Our anynode wizard makes it even easier to support the product. It's effortless and straightforward. As you can see, our goal is to make a big impact on your business. So sign up for our partner program today and take advantage of all the benefits of our cutting edge, no plug, but play anynode session border control. It's just as simple as 1, 2, click, and you're on. So here, as some testimony from some of our partners and customers, a few that have experienced our anynode SBC. I want to thank everybody for attending this session and looking forward to connecting with you. Please visit my post-session breakout, the link. And if you have any questions, comments, please use the chat window. I'd love to hear from you. So you can check out our website, our social media. We have an extensive YouTube channel. We offer 60-day free trial. Come and check it out. Come and test out a fully featured SBC. And I look forward to receiving information requests from you and everyone that's in attendance today in my inbox. Enjoy Converse 2020. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Mark, Randy, and all the sponsors of this year's event. It's been a great event, and I want to thank everybody for your time to spend with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Edwin. There are no questions in the Q&A. We do still have attendees in the audience. If anybody would like to take time to ask a question, feel free to do so, and we can moderate and answer them. If you don't have any more questions after a few more minutes, please go and fill out the session survey. And of course, if you'd like to, please join Edwin in his breakout session immediately following. All right, we do have one question from an audience member. Did you cover high availability? I might have missed it, someone says.
Okay. Basically, the way our high availability works is you can put in an active environment, or you can have it as an active passive environment. Traditionally, most people prefer the failover active passive environment, but regardless, it's based on how you want to configure your SBC. So SBC1 can be active and SBC2 can be passive. Or if you choose to have 2 active SBCs, Then you would equally divide the load between the two SBCs. I used an example of 400 sessions. So in an active environment, you can provision SBC1 to have 200 sessions and SBC2 to have 200 sessions. That way you have load balancing and they both will act as active. If you want to choose to go active passive, then you front load the 400 session on the primary licenses, and then the failover SBC2 will be the passive license. If SBC1 goes down, it just fails over, but the features and functionality exactly the same based on the license, but you cannot exceed the number of license.
Hopefully that's answered your question. If not, please feel free to enter another question.
And if anybody's interested, they can reach out to us at the breakout session. They can visit our website, anynodesbc.com. They can sign up at no cost. And our trial licenses, it's a full featured license with full technical support. So our technical support is free, and even during tryouts and after purchase. We believe in our SBC, so our technical support is free for the life of the trial period or for the life of the actual purchase or subscription.
Another question. Do I get a price break when deploying the HA units?
Yes, if you're deploying an HA unit, it's usually 25% of the cost of the main license. So you're getting 25% will be your cost of the HA license. Yeah, you get a price break.
Okay, since it's 45 minutes past the hour and there don't seem to be any more questions, I did post a link to the breakout session. I would encourage you to join the team there to have a chat about your requirements, and the team at anynode will be happy to answer your questions. And please do fill in the surveys. It does help everybody do better in the future. And with that, thank you and good night.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Be safe.